A young boy and a princess are backed into the corner of a dark stone kitchen. Blocking the only exit is a massive, multi-headed monster with a serious appetite, and it's closing in. With seconds left, the princess pulls a single lock of gray hair from her necklace and throws it directly into the hearth. Instantly, the fire erupts into a blinding, deafening explosion of magic. Out of the smoke steps their savior, a strange knee-high man with a gray beard trailing on the floor. Dressed in an old military uniform, buzzing like an angry hornet, he blasts the heavy beast right out the door with a single breath. Out in the woods, the shape-shifting escalates. The monster transforms into a raging fire to escape. Without missing a beat, the tiny soldier turns into a surging wall of water and chases the flames into the darkness. It's an incredibly high-stakes, mythic deathmatch. But to understand how a desperately poor boy and a royal princess ended up trapped in this kitchen in the first place, we have to go back to the beginning. Before the magic and the monsters, the boy had practically nothing. When his father died, his entire inheritance amounted to exactly 6 silver rupees. The only other thing his father left behind was this, an old, worn-out military uniform, the mark of a loyal man who died completely broke. The boy split the meager cash with his mother, keeping 3 coins for himself, and announced he was heading out into the world to seek his fortune. His mother let him go, but gave him one strict, non-negotiable rule before he stepped onto the forest path. Whatever you do, do not get eaten by a wild animal. He barely makes it a few miles before he runs into a massive tigress blocking his path. He stands face to face with a predator that could end his journey in seconds. But the tigress isn't hunting. She's holding up her paw, mewing like a kitten, and begging him to pull out a massive thorn. He weighs his safety against his compassion and decides to help. He yanks the thorn free. The pain is so sharp that the grateful tigress slams her paw against a nearby tree trunk, instantly shattering the wood into splinters. As a reward for his bravery, she points him to a small orange and black striped box hidden in the vines. She gives him strict instructions. Take the box, but do not unlock it until you have walked exactly 9 miles. He sets off, but magic tests patience. The further he walks, the heavier the box gets. Finally, exhausted and annoyed, human frustration wins out. He curses the tigress as a witch and violently smashes the heavy box against a tree. The lid flies off. Out springs a tiny, knee-high man with a floor-length beard, wearing the exact same military uniform the boy's father used to wear. He sprints in circles, making a loud buzzing noise, before snapping to attention and introducing himself as Sir Buzz. Sir Buzz is fiercely loyal and demands an immediate order. The boy, tired and confused, hands over a few of his silver rupees and asks for a massive banquet. Sir Buzz launches himself into the air and lands in the massive local marketplace. Because of his size against the towering gates and crowded stalls, the merchants completely ignore him. To get their attention, he has to stamp his feet and pop like a loud string of firecrackers. He hauls back a sack of food twice his size. The broken tiger box magically produces a full set of cooking gear, and Sir Buzz prepares a feast for an army. The boy eats until he's stuffed, and Sir Buzz easily devours the rest. By shattering the box early, the boy traded a chest of static treasure for a living companion with the power to rewrite his reality. Now that he has a literal genie, the boy gets ambitious. He tells Sir Buzz it's time for him to get married, specifically to Princess Blossom, who happens to be locked away in a heavily guarded tower by her parents. Sir Buzz grabs the boy, and with a buzz, a whiz, and a bang, they fly straight through the high tower window. The boy drops to one knee and hastily introduces his buzzing knee-high soldier to the terrified princess. Footsteps pound on the stairs outside. The guards are here. Sir Buzz works his magic. The princess's heavy wooden bed hovers in the air. The roof of the tower dissolves, and the 3 of them shoot up into the clouds. Safe in the sky, they take an aerial tour of the continent. They glide over the towering marble domes and minarets of the Taj Mahal. They fly above the Golden Temple at Amritsar, looking down at its perfect reflection in the water. And they follow the sprawling width of the Ganges River, right past the ancient stone steps of Varanasi, before finally landing to settle in a quiet home with an orchard. The boy has won. He has the princess and a peaceful life. He formally dismisses Sir Buzz from his service, but as a parting gift, the soldier cuts off a single lock of his gray beard and tells the boy to burn it if he is ever in danger. Time passes, and the boy realizes his mother is still back home, living on 3 silver coins. He and the princess pack up and head back into the dark forest to find her. Deep in the woods, they accept shelter from a kindly old holy man. He offers them his kitchen, warning them only to stay away from a locked cupboard. Naturally, the boy peeks inside, finding piles of stolen gold and jewels. The holy man drops his disguise. He is a Rakshasa, the multi-headed monster from the beginning of our story. He cornered them in the kitchen, fully intending to eat them, closing our narrative loop. Which brings us back to the burning hair, the explosion, and Sir Buzz chasing the monster out the door. The fire and water chase takes to the sky. The monster transforms into a bird, and Sir Buzz turns into a hawk, diving relentlessly through the clouds. The chase reaches the realm of the gods. The bird lands on the lap of Lord Indra and turns into a rose. Sir Buzz becomes a dancing girl and catches the rose. One petal drops to the floor and turns into a mouse. Sir Buzz turns into a cat, pounces, and finally ends the monster. Princess Blossom had carried that lock of hair around her neck for years. It turned out to be the single thing standing between them and a gruesome end in the monster's kitchen. Standing victorious in the garden, Sir Buzz packs all the monster's stolen jewels into the old striped tiger box. Before he leaves for good, Sir Buzz reveals the final irony. If the boy had obeyed the tigress and walked the full 9 miles without opening the box, he would have just found mundane jewels inside. Because he broke the rules, he got the genie. With a final salute, Sir Buzz teleports the wealthy couple straight to the boy's mother, keeping the promise he made when he left with 3 coins in his pocket. The boy didn't find his fortune by safely following instructions. He found it by risking his life to help a predator in pain, and having the sheer audacity to break a magical rule when he'd had enough.